Press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
Hello, thanks for joining. We will get going soon. Should give it a couple of minutes, see if more come along. It'll be recording as usual, but obviously the more the better, because anything you want to know personally or whatever, at least people can always ask if they need to. Obviously try and pay attention through it as well, because even if somebody else asks something, they might not think concerns you, then when they ask it, you kind of realise that it applies to you. It might help you, you know. So keep an eye out for that as well. Can everyone hear me first? It doesn't matter if you can't see me, but if you can hear me, if you just write a little yes in the question answers box to your right hand side, please. I'm sure you all know how this works there. Yes, see in here, perfect. Thanks, Rachel. So for them, there's just a couple more just joined in there. If you can just write a yes, if you can hear me, please. Just in the question answers box to your right hand side. Yes, perfect. We'll give it 2 minutes. Sorry for the delay, but we'll just give it 2 minutes. It's not going to be long tonight anyway, to be honest. I'll crack through everything quite quickly. I know you're probably all quite busy. Don't want to take too much time out of the evening, but it's just to kind of quickly go over stuff before we get going. Obviously in the first week, iron out anything you're not sure about. Kind of refresh your memories a wee bit back to the start and the kind of mindset you had then. So again, if you just joined, quick yes, if you can hear me. Right, we'll get cracking here. So this is normal. I'm guessing the ones that are on that haven't answered, maybe just busy for a wee minute, but we'll get going anyway. As I said, it'll be recorded anyway, so if anybody misses any bits, needs to leave the webinar, it will be recorded. Again, like last time, I don't know if any of you were on the last webinar that I did, but my internet connection was terrible. So, and since we got a new internet provider, it's proved to be not very reliable, to be honest. So if I do cut out at any point during this, just stay with me. I'll just disconnect and reconnect again. I'll be back as soon as I can. Fingers crossed it stays for the whole half hour. But to start with, again as usual, just listen in. This is basically, I'm going to speak for a wee bit, but it's more going to be built around what you want to know, so I can answer it. So at any point through the webinar, ask questions. I've got the questions box in front of me, the question and answer box in front of me. At any point, just ask away. Anything you want to know. Every 5 minutes I'll go and have a look at it, check it, and I'll answer as best I can. I'll try not to get too sidetracked. So to begin with, thanks for obviously joining up again for the new year. You've obviously you've probably all done one session so far. hope you all found it okay. Probably feeling a bit stiff to start with this week. The basis of this is to basically, as I said, refresh your minds. So if you're just starting out, that's fine. You probably get really motivated. I might have got it completely wrong. You might all be completely motivated, but it's just kind of refresh everything in your mind. So going back to the start, like stuff that's in the blueprint. So like to start with, like fluids. I'm looking forward to seeing all your food diets by on Friday, because I'm sure you're all looking forward to kind of eating well again after Christmas and that. There's only so much you can take, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. Looking forward to seeing what you're having. Looking forward to seeing how much water you're all drinking, what kind of stuff you're having, when you're having it, and so on. So like fluid-wise, I know a lot of you say it's very hard to hit 3 litres a day, but again, try and break it up with water and herbal teas, whatever. But try and break it up as best you can, and get to your 3 litres. Again, it's just good habits again, especially this time of year. Your body might be dehydrated a lot over Christmas, which is likely. It's important you really get and nail that down. So from a fluid aspect, you might have indulged in a few coffees over Christmas when you might have not normally. Some tea, coffee, obviously alcohol. So try and get back to a wee routine again. I'm not saying 7 days a week you're going to hit 3 litres. That's unrealistic. But 9 times out of 10, like everything else, like the whole process, like the food, the drink, exercise, everything. If you can be good for 90% of the time, your body will give you a little, you should get away with that 10% in all realism. So, you always be better being good as much as you can, but do it suits you. Do get into a routine that you find that you can stick to, a regime that you can stick to. Monday to Friday are always the hardest days normally when people are at work and you've got kids to see to. So find what works for you, whether that's times and dates of sessions, when you have breakfast, and a day, a morning you're busier. We've obviously got more time to cook in that in the morning, it's even better. But so you get your 3 meals in. So that's going to the next thing, the food. Making sure you get 3 meals in to start with. Again, you do a lot of snacking over Christmas and holiday period. You feel like you're eating constantly. So it's trying to fast. Remember to fast in between that, in that period. I'm not fast as in like don't eat, but yeah, don't eat in between your 3 meals, smoothies, whatever, and your supplements. Try not to put anything down you. So like it's only fluids that come down. So no like grazing on like leftover chocolates that are still lying in the kitchen that you want to bin that you haven't binned yet. What else? Yeah, just like stupid little stuff, because it mounts up. Again, it's just getting back to good habits. If you can get through this first week unscathed and like as good as you can be, you'll be fine for the rest of it. It's just try to nip it in the bud to start with, and you'll be fine. So food-wise, getting back to 3 meals. Breakfast, if you're struggling to eat breakfast at this time because if you've indulged in a lot of food over Christmas, have a smoothie, have a greens drink, a green smoothie. That can be your breakfast, that's fine. Get to lunch. Prepare your lunch where it's your dinner from your night before, you reheat it, whatever. A lot of people do that, it's cool. That's probably the most sensible way of doing it in terms of time and all that. And then dinner at night, not have what you like, but you've got a bit more time to cook, a bit more time to prepare, think about it. So have what you feel you want, and then make an extra serving, have it for lunch the next day. These kind of habits. So your 3 meals, your 3 litres a day. Your greens drinks, a few people have been asking me over the last couple of days about the greens drinks, they're necessary, what they're all about. Quickly to go over it again, the greens drinks basically give you greens that you won't necessarily get in your foods. So things like wheatgrass, spironula, stuff like that. It's not a meal, it's not a replacement for greens. It doesn't mean you take your greens drink, you don't eat as much spinach, kale, broccoli, whatever. You still take that, you still top that as much as you can, because you'll never really eat enough of that, to be honest. You just take that on top. So it's a supplement on top. Stick a spoon of it in your smoothie, stick a spoon of it in a glass of water, whatever, in the morning. Down it, it's out the way. your bodies are all, especially again, keep harping back to this time of year, but in January your body's going to be in a worse state than they were before going by the holidays, like from alcohol, from overindulging foods. So it's going to be really acidic. So it's to kind of nullify that and to make it a more alkaline state. And that's what the greens will do. More fibre, fill you up. Digestive system will improve. Skin will improve. Skin improves massively, like omega-3 as well, and your greens. So we're going into omega-3 now. So the omega-3 fish oil capsules. People have been asking me, do I need to take 2 with each meal? Probably for the first month, yeah. If you want to continue with that, it's fine. It's not going to do any harm. It normally says in the tubs to take 1 a day, but in all realism, it's probably not enough. I mean, even if you like fish and eat fish, you probably don't get enough omega-3 in your diet. So keep eating your fish, keep topping it up with that. But you can have a couple of capsules with each meal. Even better, you know, for burning fat, for your skin again, sleep, muscle recovery, which if you're doing 3-4 sessions a week is huge. You don't want to be going like into every session like a tin man. So that's important, you know. I'm just going to quickly have a wee check, see if there's any questions. 2 seconds. So no, sorry, I'll ask. Is there any questions? Sorry about that, because I think my question tool is gone. So any questions at all? Can everyone still hear and see me okay? I just got a little fright there. I thought it'd gone, but hopefully it's okay. No questions? Everyone cool? So quinoa, how the hell do I cook it 3 attempts and still not got it right? Laugh out loud. Quinoa. Right, so quinoa. It's been a while. To be honest, it's been a while since I cooked. I just used to cook quinoa like rice. Never ever put too much of it in. Never ever put a huge amount of water, and just kept an eye on it the whole time when I cooked it. Always try to season it as well, because it's quite a bland thing to cook. It's quite bland to taste. But yeah, I just boiled it like rice, cooked it like rice, kept an eye on it the whole time, and when it did kind of start expanding and going into the water, making sure it didn't obviously burn my pan and that, and it just took it off and it was fine. So I don't know, Joe. Maybe get another couple of attempts and play about with like the quantities and things like that, and move the water levels. I don't know. Give it a try. As a vegetarian, I don't take the capsules. Any alternative? Not sure, to be honest. Is there any like omega-3 supplementation or anything that's close to that you think you could take that, you know, might be a go? Or is there anything that you think you might be able to take? Just have a wee think and maybe see. I could have a look, but most multivitamins, etc. I'll have a look online and see if there's an alternative. Yeah, have a wee look. There's so much on the internet just now, and like have a look at like sites like if you can take a wee notice, like My Protein is a good site. It's got loads of stuff on that. Trying to think what else. My Protein's always a good one. That's where I get most of my supplements from. They even do greens powder as well, alternative to like lean greens. My Protein. You obviously I get my fish oil sitting from them as well, so they might be sitting on there. But again, there's so much out there that I'd always try and give it a try. If there is something you can get, if not, we'll look at it again. But have a wee look. And going back to the greens drinks, Becky last night, she got one. A few had asked me, the ladies had asked me if you can get any greens drinks in Inverness, and I didn't think you could, and I know a lot of people tried and failed, but Becky got one last night at Tesco, inches I'm guessing. It was about 15 quid, and it looked like to have everything in it, you need to have it. So if you're struggling to get one, you're planning to order one online, maybe everybody looks, it's reduced, and it seemed all good. So quickly, 2 seconds, any other questions? And I'll crack on. Right, perfect. And I'll just leave these just now, and we'll move on. Right, next. Sorry, quickly for 2 seconds. Can you all see my screen? Because it's well, it's not massively important because I've sent you these already. But can you all see my screen? Because what I'm going to do next. Yep. What I'm going to do next is going to involve what you see in front of you on the screen. So. With the dinosaur, yes, that's right. Yep, that's perfect. Yes, right. Cool, right, I'll get it going. Quickly, 2 seconds, sorry, I'll log into this site. This is the site I do all this thing. Right, so to start with, just get run through quickly like how the food dies. I know I spoke about it just at the class. I just want to make sure you all know what you're doing, and everything's all good that way. So obviously with the food diaries to start with, pretty self-explanatory. Just double check in case anyone's not sure what you're doing. I try to explain it already. So you also get your name at the top so I know who you are. So obviously from this week, you'll do from Monday through to Friday. As you obviously send it by noon on Friday. If you can send me, if you know what you're going to have later in the day on Friday, just send it. And if you send it, I suppose it puts you more pressure to make sure you have just that, and you don't snack on anything or have you shouldn't. But no, I'm only joking. But yeah, Monday to Friday this week. When you get to next week, obviously start filling in from Saturday, Sunday, Monday through to Friday again. Send it by noon on Friday. I might not get back to you. If the likelihood is, probably the first week, I probably will get back to everyone. But if you don't hear from me, it's all good. I'll kind of get back to you if there's any feedback you need to improve. Yeah, I think that solves it. And the question at the bottom. How you found your week, food, workout, sleep, stress, any other issues. That's basically a review, not just food. So basically a review of your week. So if you think, things are stalling or there's something you want to talk over on the Monday or give you a call, whatever, there's an issue there that is nagging at you. Or if everything's all good, just write how good everything is, That's basically a general kind of overview of your week. If you could do that every week, that'd be great. So important you do these food diaries ever. It's key really. Because if you don't do them, you can't really track your progress. It's like the measurements. I wouldn't really need to. If everyone did the measurements if everyone did the food diaries every week, and they were all good all the time, we never did the measurements because I know you'd continue to lose. But it's basically how best to track everything. Trying to think what else. Yeah, everything's pretty much self-explanatory there. If you've got any issues with it, quickly let me know. But I think everyone's okay there. I said even if you just take a note Monday to Friday, take notes on your phone or write down on your computer, write down a piece of paper what you've had, so you're keeping track of everything. Then just quickly copy and paste it on that and send it. The link will be in the Facebook page, the pinned post in the private Facebook group. The top status at all times will have the link for this. And going on to the next bit, it will also have the link for 90-day action plans. So the 90-day action plans, I'm sure you've all seen them. Most of you have done them. I think there's 20 signed up, and I think 14 have done them. So if that rest can get them to me, that'd be great. So again, name, email, phone number, blah, blah, blah. What do you want in your 90 days? Why is this important to you? Why I ask this is because basically when things are getting tough and you feel like chucking it, if you ever do feel like that, you can relate back to this and know why you're continuing to do it. If you don't know why you're doing it and why it's important to you, then it's always a lot more difficult to keep it going and keep on top of everything. Because at the end of the day, this is kind of the fuel to your fire, you know, to turn out to workouts, to put all the work in when you're there, to make sure you don't snack and crap, to make sure you don't overindulge, you know, and to make sure you get good sleep and manage stress. I know that's hard all the time, and it's not going to be perfect all the time, but for you to keep on best on top of it all the time and to get the best out of this 12 weeks, you kind of need to know why you're doing it. And the response I've had so far has been brilliant. You know, the answers I've had so far have been great. What has made you sign up for 90 days? Kind of similar. Some examples there to give you some ideas, but that's usually coming to your head straight away. If there's something you think about and then you think, no, I better not write that because it sounds stupid, when that's the real reason, you know what I mean? So, and I can always kind of tell when the answers are real or not, you know, so always be honest. If people, you know, if you ever get answers that are not very detailed or things like that, you know, there's always an underlying reason. There's always a reason why you're doing this, and it might not be the reason you always say it is, but it could always, if you kind of know what I mean, it's always at the back of your mind nagging you. But you don't always think that instantly that's the reason. You always think, oh, I'm doing this to lose body fat, to lose weight. There's always kind of a reason in the background why you're really doing it. What will stop you doing what you set out to achieve? That's basically what objections you're going to have. What will get in your way? So basically, if you can tell me that, we can nip in the bud now. If there's nothing, that's great. If there's nothing, then if you don't do it, then it's your fault. Pretty much, it's down to you, you know. But if there's a real reason what might stop you, can I say it now? But I said everything's been good so far. Moving on to next. I think that's everything actually. So the two links for if you haven't done the 90-day action plan, the link is in that email I sent a couple on Monday with everything on it. The link is on the top, the pinned post in the private Facebook group. So if you're ever needing them or need no times for classes or where they are or what day they are, links will always be in that email and that in the Facebook group. I know not all these are on the Facebook group. But they're in the emails. So save that email, you know, save it somewhere. You can always go back to it if you're struggling. I think that's everything. Yeah, perfect. Right. So that's pretty much that covered. So we've gone for 20 minutes so far. I'm just trying to think, is there anything you're thinking of just now you're not sure if you want to know? Quickly ask me just now before I wrap up. Again, there's never going to be a long, big spiel. It's just a quick overview, just to kind of make sure you know what you're doing. So anything you're not sure about, would like to know, quickly let me know, and we'll wrap up. I'll kind of go over a few tips again to finish. Everything all good. But if you do have anything, stick it through and I'll have a look at it. I'm not seeing anything coming up just now. Not perfect. Yeah, I'm still here. Right, question. How do we arrange a telephone consultation with you? That's basically for people that aren't members. This is like all these different forms are for all different sides of what I do. But if you ever, you know, just give me a text and we'll arrange a time. And if you like to have a call, a chat about anything, you know, just give an email or a text, and we'll sort a time. Everyone's like, people think a lot of people from the outside looking in, a lot of people think this is just like an exercise class, but it's not really. Like I've like kind of, especially since the turn of the year, I've lost a lot of PT clients because I'm wanting to focus kind of not more on this, but it's not just a kind of throwaway thing for me. It's not like I turn up to classes, I go away, and I don't hear or speak to you till again to the next classes. Every single one of you that are in DMIC are treated like one-to-one personal training client. You don't get any less attention. Yeah, you do the sessions in a group environment, and you maybe supplement a bit of one-to-one attention in that respect. But away from that, in terms of support, guidance, motivation, if you're struggling, being tasked where you're going wrong, these are all like one-to-one clients. All you do is the only difference is you train in a semi-private kind of environment. That's the only difference. So at any times if you need to have a call, a text, just text me or email me, and we'll arrange a time. Some ladies have used that in the past 3 months, even over the Christmas holidays. I spoke to a few of the ladies, so don't think you're the only person doing it. People do use it, and people do use it when they're struggling. If you need to do it, use it. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's what you pay for. If something's getting your way, it's going to stop you from getting results. Then clear it out of your head and crack on. Are you still at Thistle? Yeah, Thistle this week. Basically, the Thistle, right before the holidays finished, said that Thursday night might be a problem in the year. So I was kind of thinking about moving from Thistle in the year anyway. And well, today I looked at your place today for all the classes to be held there. I don't know what's going to happen with that yet, but I hope in an ideal world by February I'll have my own place and everyone will be working out of there. But for the time being, yeah, everyone will be the same as it is now, unless you hear anything different from me. So unless you hear from me that locations have changed or whatever, yeah, everything's the same. Perfect. Anything else? Anything else not sure about? Snagging you want to know? Not sure about? Let me know. I'll try and make these regular, by the way. I'm going to try and do these webinars once a month, so I'll do them today at the start, but again, at the end of January, end of February, end of March, we'll do these. That's my dog crying. But yeah, we'll try and make these regular, so at least you don't feel like you have to text or call me all the time, or if you need some help, at least you can go on this and type it away. It's a bit less intimidating. But cool, that's everything. Perfect. Something just happened there. What happened there? Right, cool. Another thing that I was going to mention is making sure you always take before pictures yourself. It's not for anyone else's attention. It's not for me to post on social media. It's not for, frankly, you to post on social media. Why I ask people to take before and after pictures? Well, imagine you get to the end of 12 weeks. Some ladies have done them already, and I'm sure they're glad that they did them to see it's in comparison. But if you imagine finish at the end of 12 weeks, me telling you all these measurements, you've lost X, Y, and Z, knowing you've lost dress size and that, but you don't have the proof. Again, you probably got our photos, but if you can take a similar photo, in your gym clothing at the start, gym clothing at the end, so it's a good kind of indicator of what you've done in that period. It's just to give you a good comparison. You can do it in your you can do it either way. You can do it a bit more, you can show skin, whatever. You can do it in your gym clothes, doesn't matter. It's not for anybody else to see. It's just for you to see. And it's a great boost when at the end you can look. This is me. A girl did it for me. This time last year she started PT, and she's trained for a year now. And she got them done professionally. I'm not asking to get them done professionally, but she got them done like that, and they were amazing. I didn't think they were that good because I'd seen her consistently for that year. and you won't notice it either because you're always looking in the mirror at yourself, trying to see change. Even close family and friends might notice, but you know, if people are seeing you all the time, I think it's always more difficult to see. So yeah, try and take make sure you take before and after pics. If you haven't already, if you're just starting, you know, go ahead and do them. You know, front, back, side. That tells it all. You know what I mean? That's mostly a physical point of view. More intrinsic, I suppose, more internal. Nothing will compare to knowing like your feelings. So you'll know it's nothing you can really keep track of, but it's always good to hear if you're doing okay, if you're enjoying it, if you're feeling the benefits, if you know you notice that from a mental point of view you're a bit more switched on, you've got more energy. That's always good to know as well. And if that's the case, then brilliant. That's another side of it. Again, it's not the physical side of it. Dropping weight, dropping body fat. That's important as well. Getting better sleep, managing stress, as I said before. This is so important. I've got another question. Really enjoyed last week's outdoor session. Look forward to more of the same. Yeah, the outdoor session was good. And I do a lot of outdoor stuff, especially one-to-one clients. And I've done outdoor stuff for classes before, but obviously this time of year, reliability of the weather and things like that, I've kind of had to go inside. And I'll, probably for the next 2 months we'll be inside. And maybe if it continues in April, May, which it probably will, probably will look to do more stuff outside. But for the time being, for this 12-week period, I think I was thinking about, after the session last week, I thought that maybe do this once a month. So maybe one Sunday at the end of every month, maybe look to do an outdoor session at the same place, similar, an hour every Sunday, a Sunday morning at the end of the month, get everyone together, it's in all 3 groups, and do a little outdoor session. So yeah, I probably will, next week I probably will arrange that for the end of the month, maybe like, what date will it be? 31st, maybe for the 25th of January, I think that's a Sunday. Maybe go with that, do a wee session that day. I know not everyone's going to make it, but it was good, I enjoyed it, it was something different. But more equipment-based stuff is going to get involved in next, probably towards the end of January. I've got a big order planned order coming soon. A lot of boxing stuff, a lot of ropes, suspension kits, other boxing stuff and that. So yeah, there's going to be more equipment thrown in for the indoor work as well. So it's but for this week, for next week, the kind of more of the same kind of stuff, just ramping up the intensity higher and higher, week to week, session to session. It's kind of like if you've done this Monday to the day, you'd notice, like, you know, the intensity levels will kind of go up every session, because the first couple of days it's kind of bed you in, get you back to the techniques, get blood flowing around the body again. I don't want to do anything massively complicated to confuse you, but more of the same kind of bodyweight stuff, core work, you know, all that sort of jazz. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. That's about 30 minutes now, I think. I'll give it a couple minutes. Anybody got any more questions? Hope I've answered them. If I've answered them okay, that's cool. I'm sure you'd ask again if there was anything else you wanted to know, but if there's anything else you need to know, if you want to just ask, that'd be great. All good. Right, perfect. Well, thanks for tuning in. I know it's a bit of pain taking time out of the evening if you're getting kids down or getting your dinner or wanting to chill out after work, but appreciate you coming along. Hopefully that just ironed a few things out. To be honest, you might not have learned anything, but it wasn't a biggie. It was just to double check in case there's anything. But again, I'll record it if there's anything you missed. You will see it. I'll try and get it uploaded tonight, or if not tomorrow. It was a bit of carry on trying to do it last time because the file was that big, but yeah, I'll try and get it done soon. And yeah, if anything else you want to know, you know my number it is, you know what number it is, you know my email address, you can private message me through Facebook, and you know, whatever. Get in touch with anything that's bothering you. We can get a chat. Okay? So thanks again, and bye-bye.